This is your tax refund delay 2021 update. The IRS is short-staffed and is facing a historic backlog of tax returns, but they are working through the backlog and are actually getting caught up. However, tax refunds, tax credit payments, and future stimulus checks will be delayed if the IRS doesn't get more staffing in place. As you may know, the IRS is currently short-staffed. If you're still waiting for your tax refund or your tax return is still processing, you'll find this video interesting as I explain what is the root of the problem with the IRS. Hi, I'm Noel Lorenzana. Think of me as your friendly neighborhood accountant. Is the IRS a broken institution as millions of taxpayers are still waiting for their tax returns to be processed? The last stimulus payment, which was part of the American Rescue Plan Act, tasked the IRS with issuing round 3 of stimulus checks to most Americans. With so many checks needing to be sent out, along with the numerous last-minute tax changes and prior to stimulus payments, it puts the already short-staffed IRS in a very challenging position. While the IRS is still playing catch-up from the current 2020 tax filing season, the agency is now having to deal with advanced child tax credit payments, which are now going out monthly. Nevertheless, experts point out that the one thing standing in the way of smooth operations and efficient payment processing is due to the lack of workers. The IRS simply does not have enough employees to handle their growing workload. Since 2010, the IRS's budget and staff have been cut steadily in real terms, leaving the agency understaffed, constrained, and operating with archaic information technology or IT systems. Their workforce has been steadily declining for a quarter century, dropping about 20% in just the last decade alone. From 2010 through 2018, IRS funding was cut by 20%, resulting in the elimination of 22% of its staff. These cuts have gutted the agency, depleted its staff, including highly skilled employees charged with auditing corporations and wealthy individuals, and weakened its ability to carry out emergency tasks, and more importantly, routine tasks like processing tax refunds. IRS representatives allege that funding cuts over the past decade have prevented it from modernizing its IT systems, deteriorating the agency's ability to not only carry out its core function of tax collection and enforcement, but also needlessly prolonging the delivery of stimulus payments to workers and families during the pandemic and recession. In addition, the Biden administration estimates that uncollected taxes may amount to more than $7 trillion over the next 10 years. The White House proposes to reduce that gap by providing the IRS with long-term funding to invest in technology and rebuild the agency's workforce. That all sounds great, but with a backlog in the millions of unprocessed tax returns and the inability for the IRS to even answer their phones, and their growing list of post-pandemic responsibilities, it's clear that it's too much for the IRS to handle without additional help. What do you think of all this? Let me know in the comments. If you're still waiting for your tax refund, consider writing your congressperson for help. Some of my subscribers found their refunds appear shortly after doing just this. You can check out that video right here. If you like the content and want to see more videos like this one, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.